Welcome back to week 2 of this example of Magic Realm play for the captain character. Had an uneventful first week. Managed to get a hold of upgrade our weapon to an axe with successful trading with the guard. But apart from a brief skirmish with the ghost, which resulted in no death on either side, little Keystone Cops interlude there. I haven't really done anything significant except for explore a few tiles. However, we have found the hoard in the ledges here, and it's a particularly rich treasure site. So I think there's going to be a bit more happening in this week. I'm planning to get in there, loot it out, gain enough money, perhaps get into a fight with some dragons. Not the tremendous flying dragon, he's beyond my capabilities to kill at present, but hopefully get in there and get enough loot to maybe do some hiring, and the guard or the soldiers will be my target for that. So first thing I'm going to do in day 1 of week 2 is to move in to the ledges to the hoard site, and I'll hide. Monster die roll of 5. Now Smoke M is going to summon heavy flying dragons, and the Horde will summon the Tremendous Flying Dragon. Both are on a monster die roll of 1, so that's the only monster die roll which is going to summon monsters here. So that's pretty good. Monster die roll of 1 only, which means it's a pretty safe tile. Until, of course, dragons turn up. So nothing that evening. So I am actually pretty confident here. The Heavy Flying Dragons have a maneuver time of 4. Tremendous Flying Dragon has a maneuver time of 4. If they do turn up, I can run away from them. I have a medium 3 move chit, so I can actually run away from them because I can beat their maneuver time. And because I know that, and because I know they're the only monsters that can turn up here because of the chits that are there, I can afford not to hide, and I can spend that extra phase to search and loot, and that's what I'm going to do. Monster die roll of 4. They're not turning up today. Now I'm going to be looting. We have to find the Horde before I can start looting it. And the Horde, the reason I'm rolling on the locate table is that I need the result discover chits. And the result there required is a 4, which is a 20 to 25% chance. There's also a 1 in 36 chance on that table of getting a 1, which will be choice, which would also give me the discover chits result. Often you won't find the location straight up because of that low probability. It takes a number of searches. Hopefully it will be today. If not, we'll almost certainly find it tomorrow. So in the locate table, 3 is passages. None to find. 6 is nothing. 4, found the Horde. That's great. I can start looting. There are 9 treasures in the Horde. Remember, it's the double dice roll, so it's that skewed probability curve that Magic Realm table rolls have, where high dice rolls are more likely, low dice rolls are less likely. So the higher numbered treasures in the pile are going to be easier to get. Because the Horde has 9 treasures, I'm guaranteed to loot 4 items on my first 4 loot rolls, which is one of the reasons it's the best treasure location in the game. Looting. Enchanter's Skull. Enchanter's Skull is an artifact that contains a type 4 spell, which is of absolutely no interest to the captain, but he can sell it, so it's worth gold, and gold is important to me because I'm planning to get up a nice purse for hiring. It's a great treasure. I haven't taken great treasures, so that's irrelevant. It is worth a bit of notoriety, but it's worth -10 fame as well. None of that is really important because I'll plan to be selling it off to get more gold. Good. That's a good first 2 days of the week. Third day of the week, I'm just going to search away again. Only 1 in 6 chance I'm going to have monsters turn up. And it won't be on a 6, it's on a roll of 1, so I'm going to continue to be able to search here. A loot. Quick boots. Good find for the captain. That's wonderful. Remember, I have a move medium 3 chit, and we were just discussing it, my ability to run away with it, but it's a 2 asterisk chit, so I have to fatigue when I use it. There we are. It's a nice chit, but it fatigues me to use it. if I've got the quick boots on, which I will activate straight away, I've got a free move medium 3 that doesn't fatigue me. That's an item made for the captain or the Amazon. Really good find. Map of the Lost City. If I find the Lost City, it'll be -1 to locate rolls there. I'll have a look at some of these at the end. Eye of the Idol's another artifact heading item. Power Gauntlets. Good find for the captain. Okay, I've got a nice flashy pair of boots, and now I've got a nice flashy pair of gloves to go with them. The Power Gauntlets are an awesome item for the captain. Why is that? If you look, I've gotten the axe because I want to be able to overswing it with my heavy fight chits to be able to threaten tremendous monsters and to threaten heavy armoured monsters. The problem is that my heavy fight chits are slow. These two are 5 and 6, and the 5s have actually got an effort asterisk associated with them, so it's nice that I can overswing my axe to do damage larger opponents, but I'm very slow when I do it. Not with the Power Gauntlets. With the Power Gauntlets, I've got a non-fatiguing fight time of 4 available to me. I can swing my axe without any effort at a fight time of 4. That's really, really good. So I'm very pleased with that. Map of the Lost City is a cheap item that gives me -1 to locate rolls in Lost City if I ever get there. That's okay. Eye of the Idol is an artifact, once again containing a type 2 spell. Not much interested in that, except that it's worth a good whack of gold, 34 gold. Very happy with that. So that's a good round of looting. Now there are only 4 treasures left in the hoard. I've managed to loot on every single loot roll. That's not going to stay that way. I'm going to start failing loot rolls, and I've actually got up a number of items now, a couple of nice ones I can use and a number of good ones I can sell, and I can actually consider getting out of here rather than continuing to loot the hoard and go and hire those natives I want to. The question is, who will I hire? The 2 obvious ones for me, the 2 ones I should be looking at, are the guard and the soldiers. Part of my decision here is going to be how long and how tortuous a route it's going to take me to actually get to one of them. And I would like to hire one of them before the end of this week. I haven't gained any fame or any notoriety, and I really need to start doing that. And to most effectively do that, I'm going to need to have an army behind me. So back to the guard. We've taken a fairly long journey to get here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days to get back to the guard. Three days to get to the soldiers. That's made up my mind. Soldiers it is. I actually prefer the guard marginally. The soldiers are still a great group to hire, and they're the ones I'm going for. So I could stay and do a bit more looting, but I suspect I'm going to start failing a number of loot rolls, and I would like to get their soldiers hired before the end of second week. So we're going to start on that. Sorry, actually finish the day would be a good idea. As I said, no dragons summoned. 1, 2, 3. Now I know what can be summoned. I've already been through Borderlands, so I know what's there. That 4th movement phase, I can either move to Borderlands and hide, or I can record that 4th movement phase into Ruins and not hide. If the octopus is summoned, he'll be summoned to the pool clearing in 6, so he won't be summoned onto me. What could be summoned onto me is those heavy trolls. I think I can take them if they come, and it will give me the opportunity to get straight on and into Deep Woods, so I'm going to take that opportunity. They'd only be on a roll of 4, and it's a roll of 3. Would be far more dangerous to do that if I didn't know what might appear in this tile. For example, that monster roll of 3 would have summoned goblins with another combination of chits here, and I would have been in trouble. Now, next, 2, 3. Now this is different. I don't know what's in either Deepwoods or Nutwoods. Nutwoods is a bit less dangerous than Deepwoods. Deepwoods is a mountain tile. Doesn't look like a mountain tile, I know, but that's one of the oddities of Magic Realm. It's a mountain tile. Nutwoods is a proper woods tile. It's got a 2 in 5 chance of having a dwelling, one of the 2 fires, which would turn up in 4. It's got a 3 in 5 chance of having monsters, serpents, wolves, or ogres. Wolves would cause me problems. Going into there unhidden, not knowing what's there, is probably risky. I might go into Deepwoods and hide. That will also give me an opportunity to see what's in Deepwoods. Okay. What of course has happened is I've passed through the inn, so I've gotten that. My reputation has given me an extra phase. I could pass right through into Nutwoods and hide there. I actually want to see what's in Deepwoods because I know whether I want to venture back here. So I'm going to go there and hide twice. It's not going to delay me that long. Monster die roll of 6, successful hide on a 3. The second hide phase was irrelevant. Ooh, giant bats. I hate giant bats. Does anyone like giant bats? I don't like giant bats at all. Potentially very lethal. I'm going to have a swing at him, but I'm going to do it in safety. There's only one bat, so if I hit him, I don't have to worry about a counterattack from another bat. I'm going to pull the trick of waiting 2 rounds to actually take a swing at him. He's very fast. That's the problem with bats. They're fast and lethal. With that medium 2 attack time, he'll undercut me every single turn. I cannot move fast enough, even with my quick boots. So he'll undercut me every single turn, unless he changes tactics. He's too fast for me to undercut, so I'd have to intercept him. So I've got a 1 in 3 chance of hitting him. He will automatically hit me every turn. So he'll gradually whittle away my armour. He'll damage it, destroy it, damage each piece, destroy it until I've got no armour left. Of course, every time he hits me with a medium attack, impacting armour, he'll do a wound to me, and I'll eventually get wounded to death. It's a slow, painful, and embarrassing death. So I'm not going to go on toe-to-toe, even against one bat. What I am going to do is hope that I can get a 1 in 3 chance of intercepting him with a swing. If I do that on at the end of the second round of combat, if I miss him, combat will end because there will have been no chits, fatigued, wounded, or and no deaths for 2 rounds. And that's a safe way to take on an opponent when you're not sure you can hit and kill them, and you don't want them to attack you back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's no point in loading my axe because I can't undercut him no matter what I do, so that time of 5 might as well do. Select the bat. I'm in round 2. I'll position my attack against him. He's heavy and unarmoured, so I can just swing a medium fight chit. I might as well use my power gauntlets. Heavy will do, so I'm overswinging for tremendous damage, which would be excessive and hopefully successful. 1 in 3 chance of hitting him because he can reposition to any of those boxes. And if I miss him, combat will end anyway because of 2 rounds of no fatiguing, wounding, or death. He repositioned down to the duck box, but combat ends. Cowardly way to take on a bat, but what can you do? 2 more bats here. Ooh. Oh, shocking. Don't like bats. This is a very dangerous tile. There's no treasure sites here. I'm glad I found out. I have no intention of coming back here. So let's get down and get myself some hide muscle. The soldiers. 4 movement phases. And I've got an extra phase at the end of the day. And remember I said the house can be a bit dangerous because the woods folk can turn up there. And they don't like me at all. But I'm going to risk it. It's only a 1 in 6 chance they might turn up. First thing I'm actually going to do is trade because I want to sell some of my booty to the soldiers, so I've actually got money to hire them. Monster die roll of 1. I don't think that's woods folk, so let's sell. And I'll also Might do a trade phase next turn to see if they've got anything worth buying. Lost City. I haven't found Lost City yet. It's only worth 3 gold, so I don't think there's much point in selling it. I'm going to keep my armour and my power gauntlets and my quick boots, but these are worth a lot of gold. The Eye of the Idol and the Enchanted Skull. Before I make a decision that I'm not going to sell off Map of the Lost City, Soldier's base cost is 10 gold. I have 6 gold. By the end of selling this, I'll have 51, so that's 57 gold. I don't actually need that much. Let's sell off Map of Lost City. That will give me an even 60 gold. No such thing as price by 6, but I might be able to use that extra gold for buying something from them. So that's what I'm going to sell off. It's all of that stuff. My chance of using Map of Lost City, just looking at the setup, is not good. I think I've been through Borderlands and Ruins already, and they're and Ledges and High Pass, which means Lost City is in one of the other 2 caves tiles, and I don't like caves or caverns. Dangerous place. Goblins everywhere, and 2 phases per turn, and I get claustrophobic. I'm not going anywhere near those, so I'm not going looking for Lost City. I might as well sell the map. Good. Done. I now have 60 gold. More than enough to hire the soldiers. The Woodsfolk didn't turn up. Fantastic. First thing I'm going to do is attempt to trade, because I'd very much like to see if they've got something that's really good. I'd like to be able to buy it from them before I hire them. Once I've hired them, I'm not allowed to engage in commerce with my hired natives, with my employees, so I will not be able to buy anything from them once I've hired them. So I'll do that, and then I'll do 4 trade phases in an attempt to hire them. So that trade phase, let's see what they own. They own the light weapons, none of which I'm interested in. Went out of my way to get rid of my short sword. The last thing I want to do is buy one back. They've got the stuff I've sold to them. Phantom Glass, Magic Sight, that's not bad. And they've got a spell book, the Black Book, which I can't use. I'm not really interested in any of those. Let's see what they'd sell the Phantom Glass for. I won't buy drinks for that. 32 gold, not worth it for me, so no thank you. Now, let's attempt to hire them. They're on the friendly table, just like the guard were first time round. We're hiring, but the results are the same. Price by 4 would do just fine. I could get them, or I might try to hire them for less than that. I've got 4 hire phases to attempt it. I don't think there's much point in my spending 4 gold for drinks to move them up to the allied table, because I can afford price by 4. I've done very well with my looting to get the gold I need to hire them. So, yeah. Will I buy drinks for them? No. So price by 4 or less will be good. Price by 3. I could attempt to get price by 2, but I risk actually getting worse results for the rest of the day. Price by 3 I'm quite content with. It'll cost me 30 gold, so I've hired them. I now have 3 extra hire phases. And I could rehire them. There's no point. We're at day 14. My period of hire is 14 days, so they are with me till the end of the month, regardless. So I'm going to get my full value out of them, because I'm going to get 14 days worth with them. Let's just see what prices I would have gotten. Don't buy drinks. I would have gotten price by 2. I should have held out, shouldn't I? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. No, I won't rehire them for that, and I'll just cancel the other couple of hires. Which is one thing you can do. You can cancel trade and hires that are redundant if you've already hired people. So they're the only phases you can cancel. All other phases you record, you're committed to completing. Very happy. Okay, end of the second week. Haven't actually engaged in combat with any monsters, which is disappointing, but I narrowly escaped a bat. But I have managed to hire one of my 2 friendly native groups, and that's the soldiers. And they're a nice group to hire. I now have an army. I've got some nice amount of gold from looting, a good treasure site, which was the Horde, and we're all set up now to get into the realm and start wreaking some havoc with my soldiers. So we'll get onto that next week. I still have to record all my fame and notoriety. I haven't gotten any of it, but I'm now in a good position to get on and do that. So we'll do that in the third week. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.